Myself is Dr. Nitin Rathi. I am working as a senior pulmonologist in the Department of Respiratory Medicine, Dharamshila Narayana Super Speciality Hospital, Vasundhara Enclave, since last 1 year. Dear friends, today we will talk about ILD, interstitial lung disease. This is the disease in which the lungs is going to shrunken. There is a very important structure in the lungs that is called interstitium. In this disease, interstitium is going to be thickened by any cause due to occupation, due to any allergic agent or due to any drug. That's why when we inhale the oxygen is not going to pass into the blood, and that's why the oxygen level lowers down and patient become dyspneic. This is the basically ILD. There are around 300 types of ILDs. We can categorize basically into 5 categories. Idiopathic, there is not a known cause is there. Occupational ILDs, the person who is work in industrial area just like asbestosis, silica industry, cement factories, and the person who is going to farm pigeon and cattle and pets. There are categories called connective tissue disorder related. The patient who is suffering from rheumatoid arthritis, SLE, scleroderma, in this kind of systemic inflammation is there which going to thicken the interstitium. There is drug induced ILD is also. Some drugs just like methotrexate, penicillamine, which also thicken the interstitium, and unanimous group, sarcoid kind, and one group is infection related, just like tuberculosis. Okay, now what are the symptoms of ILD? Basically, patient come to us in OPD with the complaints of dry cough, which is barking in nature, and exertional dyspnea. When the patient walks, patient become dyspneic, and some systemic symptoms also, just like eye lesion, skin rashes, baldness, anemia, and joint pain. How can we diagnose this? Basically, we have to take detailed history of the patient, what is his occupation, what is the duration, and what is his symptoms. If the symptoms are suggestive of ILD, then we have to examine the patient. There is specially crackling sound in the lungs that is called velcro crepes, and simultaneously the oxygen level may be lesser down, less than 90% is there, and there is some systemic presentation is also baldness, as I told, eye lesion, skin rashes may be found. How can we diagnose ILD? We have to order some simple blood test and some special tests which diagnose the connective tissue disorders, just like ANA, rheumatoid factor, anti-CCP kind of things, and simultaneously we have to order imaging. We have to do simple chest X-ray. If the chest X-ray showed some defect just like reticular shadows, we have to order gold standard test, HRCT, high resolution CT scan. In 70 to 80% we make the diagnosis by virtue of these investigations. If these investigations are not going to help, we have to do biopsy of the lung, either the help of bronchoscopy or open lung biopsy. When we conclude the diagnosis, this is confirmed ILD and type of the ILD, then we have to start the treatment. This is basically lifestyle modification. We have to take a good diet, we have to stop smoking and alcohol, and we have to see the occupation of the patient. Simultaneously, if the patient is working, occupation is the cause, we have to remove that cause. There are drug treatment, 3 types of drugs are there. One is steroid group, second is immunosuppressant, the third one is anti-fibrotic agents. Initially we start high dose of steroid and simultaneously we taper off. If we are dealing with ILD due to connective tissue disorder, we have to give some immunosuppressant just like azathioprine, SLE, azathioprine and methotrexate, mycophenolate like drugs. And if we are dealing with idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, then there is no role of these drugs. We have to give antifibrotic drugs just like nintedanib or pirfenidone. If the patient is going to improve with these medication, then we have to put the patient on other things just like pulmonary rehabilitation and vaccination also. Simultaneously, if the patient is not going to improve, then we have to offer the patient oxygen therapy and positive airway therapy. So basically it is a systemic disease. We have to evaluate patient in totally, and in majority of the patient we can control the symptoms, improve the quality of the life, and in the remaining case we have to offer oxygen therapy, and simultaneously we have to refer always a specialist doctor for the final outcome. Thank you.